Dear friends, welcome back to my channel, to Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, all things pelvic health and beyond. And this video is specifically for my new moms. I already did a video where I'm teaching people how to poop, explaining some life hacks about, toilet habits and how we can help to sustain pelvic health in relation to our bowel habits. Today, I'm making this video specifically for women who just had their baby, or maybe they're pregnant, maybe you're pregnant and you will be having babies soon. And especially if you don't know, you're going for vaginal birth, it might end up in a cesarean section, or maybe you are going for a cesarean section. So today we're going to talk about the topic that I don't think so people talk a lot about, and it's a bit of maybe not even taboo, but absolutely forgotten topic, but it's something that actually stays in every woman's memory. Every woman will remember her first poop. Every woman will remember her first toilet trip, and most of the times these are not the brightest memories and the best memories, and we kind of want to forget them. Today I will show you a couple of life hacks how you can make it easier for yourself to go to the toilet, and I will talk about birth. Both births, vaginal and C-section, because these are kind of a few tips that you can use, and if you are pregnant you might not know what's coming. It's very important to show you both in this video. So let's begin. First of all, guys, I would like to tell you that number one, do not ignore pain relief. Number two, do not ignore stool softeners. Even if you never ever had the stool softener, I would say this is the time. Speaking from the personal experience, I gave birth in the same clinic to both of my sons with the same doctor, and we had this purple pill, we call it the purple pill, and some of my friends also gave birth in the same clinic, and we were like, God bless purple pill. So it was a laxative that really helped to make things soft. Of course, we also want to watch a little bit our diet. We don't want to eat something that is bothering us a lot, and probably not to change our diet drastically. So don't go suddenly eating tons of broccolis just because it will make you go, because it might make you bloated and cause other discomforts. So stick to your diet that you used to, maybe smaller amounts, plenty of water, and stool softeners. Number two, many women are afraid that the stitches might open, that they will open either abdominal stitches in the C-section or vaginal stitches in the perineal area. Most of the time, if you are not severely constipated and severely pushing, this will not happen. If this is the case, I would discuss enema with your doctor. Okay, this is not something I would just suggest on and say, yeah, just go and do enema. No, this is something to discuss with your doctor and see how the things stand. But if you are a person who generally is very constipated, you haven't been to the toilet for days and days on, you feel like you need to go to the toilet, you know that you might need to strain, but it's not feasible because of the stitches, discuss this option with your doctor. Let's assume that you took your stool softeners, you are having the urge to go, and please wait for that urge to go. Your body right now is absolutely overflowing with all possible hormones, with oxytocin, with cortisol, with adrenaline, and I wouldn't expect you to want to go to the toilet straight away after birth, although it might be the case. But if you're not going for a day or two, there is no need to panic. It could be that your body is just in a little bit of shock or energy preserving mode if you had a very energy consuming birth and so on. So don't panic in that case. If you don't feel the urge to go, then just wait for it to come. Go to the pooping, and let's start with the vaginal birth. Let's do a little bit of the peeing part, going to the toilet to have the bladder empty. One thing that I will suggest to do is to use a bottle, a running bottle with a bottle with a running water, lukewarm water, whenever you pee, especially if you had stitches. If you didn't have stitches, I would still suggest to use it because you might be quite sore. Things might get overstretched and urine will irritate the area. So whenever you pee, just the bottle as you pee, dilute the pee with the water that is running, yeah? You put it right over the area as you pee, and this is it. And most of the women find great relief in this. The water can be warmer. If you prefer cold water, that's fine as well. Whatever you prefer, it's fine. If you had vaginal birth, and especially if you had stitches, one thing that I will suggest, well, two things actually. First of all, a squatty potty or something that will get your knees higher than your hips. And this is my general suggestion for all the people. If you gave birth, I'd rather you do it, because this will reduce the tension of your pelvic floor and therefore the tension on the stitches that you had. If you completely don't have access to the stool, what you can do is you can just get yourself onto the tiptoes, so to elevate your hips a bit too. And this is the most important bit. We want to support that perineum. Perineum is the area here in between your vaginal opening and your anus, perineum, and this is where the most stitches are quite often. We want to support it to the max. How you can do it? I'm here for the purpose of demo, use the glove. You can do it with a folded toilet paper. So when you feel the urge, it's like, yeah, I think I'm ready to go to the toilet. You go and sit. You put your knees up. And what you do is, as you sit, you cover up all the vaginal area and all the perineal area as much as possible. Of course, you keep the anus open. All right? So you keep the anus open and you provide a bit of counter pressure. So as you sit, you provide a bit of counter pressure. Okay, you don't have to press very hard, but some counter pressure. So whenever you're ready to have bowel movement and some pressure will occur, it has to occur in order to evacuate the bowel, you will support your perineum. And this will reduce your chances of any complications and also pain. I would suggest not to wipe with a paper. Paper is a little bit rough material, especially for this kind of birth injured area. I would suggest to you to go and wash yourself straight away and then just tap with a towel, and that's it. Don't go on wiping with the paper. It can really irritate area a bit more, especially if you had hemorrhoids after birth. Now ladies, if you did have cesarean section, the most area of concern, of course, will be your abdominal muscle. It's quite rare that the stitches will reopen. It can happen, very small, rare percentage. Yes, it might be painful to go to the toilet, but it doesn't mean that the stitches will be open. There is plenty of layers stitched together, so it will be fine. Again, remember your laxatives. For now, just take them. If you need some pain relief, discuss it with your doctor. For you ladies who had a C-section, a pillow or a very well folded rolled towel is a must. So as you're ready to go, your knees are slightly higher up. Now it depends how you feel about the scar. So you don't want to squeeze all the way up, but you can just go onto the tiptoes, yeah, just slight elevation. You place the pillow against the tummy area and you lean slightly forward so that counter pressure will support the scar, because if you bear down to poop, you will feel the tension going out and pressing on the scar. Okay, so you provide a gentle counter pressure with a pillow or well folded towel. You don't want something very thin, and you go to the toilet. This tip is for anyone who gave birth, vaginal, C-section. This tip, when you're ready to have your bladders evacuated, I do highly recommend to do a mirror, blowing the candle breath. Sometimes I call it a mirror breath, when you kind of put air on the mirror, blowing the candle. I also did it in my previous videos on how to poop, and this is the one to remember, even if you're not constipated. As you're ready to, you feel the urge, you're ready to evacuate your bowel, you're going to take a nice deep breath in. On a breath out, and this is when you relax, on a breath out, you imagine that you're blowing a candle whilst relaxing your pelvic floor, okay? You don't want to blow the whole candle off. You just want to blow off the flame, okay? Nice and gentle. And this is when you try to do the bowel evacuation at that moment, either with a pillow for C-section or either with a perineal support if you had vaginal birth. I hope, guys, you will all have minimally traumatic bowel movements after your birth. And I totally get it. I understand it. I've been there. I've done that. But one thing, remember, it's gonna get easier. It's gonna get better. It's just that first, second, maybe third time, and then things get much better. If you found these tips useful, if you use them, don't forget to press like, comment below, share this with your pregnant friend. Definitely share this. Plus point into your karma. And we will see you back very, very soon. Bye bye.